Hello? Yogscast? Are we here?
Hello?
We're
Hello?
here. We're here.
We
Hi.
survived.
We
Um,
survived.
yep,
We're, we were finally here. We're playing Bigfoot today. There's been a lot of updates since the
yep.
last time I played it.
Y-
There's probably in-game voice, so we'll need to remember to like mute ourselves here on Discord, but
Oh, did you just go in?
I clicked it. I clicked the game and the music was popping off. Wow, the game is so loud. I can't access the menu from here.
Oh no, really? I did all the settings beforehand.
It's okay.
There's like,
We can do it when we get in.
yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm Rick.
Alright. See you in there.
We're going? Oh, jeez. So, are we hunting Bigfoot? Or are we like,
Yeah, I think so.
I'm guessing. Oh my god. Oh, there's lore.
There's lore.
Do you want to read it?
Recently, musician Scott and his girlfriend, special reporter Helga, were found dead with their dog in the shade of a large tree in Ross Lake. Reports have said that an infection was the cause of death, but the amount of blood found at the scene has led others to propose blood loss from injury. With authorities and medical staff butting heads, the investigation has reached a dead end. The game is so loud for me!
Surely, like, if Bigfoot committed a crime, there'd be one giant footprint of evidence. Oh my god.
I'm never gonna remember any of this.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm closing it immediately.
Okay, fantastic. Let me, settings.
Where's my gun? I should have read that. What the f- Oh my god, the ambient sounds. Settings. Oh my god, you need to turn that everything down.
Yeah, everything's been...
Um, Keyboard controls.
Okay, that's so much better. Hi. Oh my god, look. Ooh, a GPS sensor, a tablet. We've got all sorts of equipment lying around.
Okay.
I've already forgotten all the,
Oh my god, there's meat in here. Press to take camera. Oh my god, I found a gun. First aid kit. Bullets.
How did
Oh
you
wait.
get a gun already? Press E to search.
Oh, I actually took some 9mm.
Nice.
Is it a drone?
Yeah, I took a tablet. I don't know what... Oh, you can actually go in here? Hello.
Yeah. Oh, here's the missing people.
Oh, camera.
I'm guessing we plant them.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh
But how
yeah,
do we
here's some
plant?
ammo. I'll take a first aid kit.
Signal flare. Where's your gun?
I don't have one.
Why do I only get a gun?
I thought I did as well, honestly, but we'll see.
Well, you're.
I need to know what the controls are. Hold on, wait a minute. It turns out I do need to know.
What
Night
is
vision
that?
camera and trap T, camera C, primary weapon 1, 2.
Oh, this is kind of spooky, not gonna lie.
Oh, there's an item wheel.
How
Oh,
do you?
Q. Oh, there is a gun. I have a gun.
Oh.
Okay, so we can make our way
Whoa!
up.
There's something moving out here. Okay, do we have
Sure.
like a?
How do we rotate something?
You want to put a camera near the base?
Why not? Okay. Shall we?
All right. Where do you want to go?
Well, we can follow the path and just have a look-see.
So,
I'll keep
I
my
hate out
photo
loud.
camera out.
You have a photo camera.
I do.
I have a.
So here's the pier.
Well,
The amount of creaking.
yeah. The forest ambient noises are cracked up to a max. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I see a light over there.
Absolutely gonna get our asses clapped.
Oh, by Bigfoot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Where do we want to put these other cameras, do you think?
I don't know. What is that? Oh, there's a light
like
up ahead.
light over here, yeah.
So I remember this game like 2016.
Yeah.
So it's like they've been constantly updating it since then.
It was initially abandoned back then. Like they were like, no, yeah, there was gonna be no more, and then suddenly there was. What?
Sorry, the trees are rustling. Whoa! Did you guys see that? That's insane. So if I shine a light in your eyes, you get like a lens flare, or like Joe in
Yeah,
your.
yeah.
Like, are we realistically gonna find Bigfoot by sticking on the path?
Well, I want to get a handle of what this place is like. You know what I mean?
Is it
I could
M
use
for
a
map?
drone.
Oh, press M.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
We need more cameras.
Yeah, this place is freaking massive.
Should I try to use the drone maybe?
Oh, should we be using in-game voice?
We probably should have. But how do I set it to open mic? Because I can't be fucked. We'd have to.
I don't think there is open mic. I think it's just push.
Oh god.
Fuck that.
Whoa. Yeah, no, fuck that.
No.
Bro?
Do you not hear the same noises that I did?
I do.
Oh
no,
my god, that was a goose. Or oh, there's a moose.
There is a moose. Oh, lovely. Wildlife. Should I try and use that drone, do you think?
Sure.
Okay, so
I feel like we should go off. Okay.
Oh. How do I use it?
There's apparently bears in this area.
I don't know how to use this fucking thing. Do you have the tablet by chance?
No. I have 3 cameras, a bear trap, and a gun.
Oh, take a photo of Bigfoot prints, get a photo of Bigfoot scratches on trees, find dead tourists, take photos of them, take a photo of Bigfoot, return to the trailer.
Alright, let's get off the road.
Alright, let's see if we can find, like, scratches.
God, I'm on edge. Usually when we play a game...
It's goofy.
Yeah, we play a goofy game. This seems like an actual scary game.
So we're looking for footprints.
There's a little light down there. What is that?
I don't know what that is. That could be a sacrifice to an eldritch god for all I know.
Oh no, it's a sign for a barbecue place.
Oh, nice.
Alright, let's go this way. Let's go deep into the woods. Because, you know, if a Bigfoot was easily found, he wouldn't be by some roads.
we're also looking for evidence. My FPS is dropping hard. This rain. Where did you go?
Oh yeah, I turned my settings down
Yeah, the rain
to just
is
high.
absolutely...
Ooh.
Oh, that's so much better. I've lost you already.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're far away. Hold on. Hi.
I think we can see each other on the map as well.
Well, that's something. So we're looking for scratches. Oh, look, there's a little treehouse.
Maybe we'll find a dead body around here.
Maybe we can find more cameras.
12 gauge shotgun ammo.
A knife, some binoculars. Oh shit, yeah!
Ooh!
Bro! Let's go! Yeah! Wait, what if that attracts him?
I don't know, isn't... We have a lot of ground to cover.
Are there any other cameras or... There's another hut over here.
Should I plant a camera here?
Maybe, yeah. It might be good. Oh, there's a zip line! Homie!
Okay, camera planted. A zip line.
Look! Can we use it? No. Oh, come on!
Wait. Oh.
Oh, that's a shame. So what do scratches on a tree look like then for him?
I don't know, probably big.
Just looking for footprints.
Does he have big hands as well? Or is he regular human hands?
I guess big hands, and he cannot lie. Oh, I can actually vault over stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, this game is like...
They have done a lot. Damn.
I don't see any evidence of Bigfoot. Does he sleep during the day?
Is it daytime?
I think so.
Sorry.
Bigfoot?
Maybe we should have left the radio on to attract him with the camera in front of it.
Yeah.
There is another camera back at spawn. That's a tree. That's not a...
I just heard the sound of the predator. Like Arnold
Sorry?
Schwarzenegger, like the clicking predator.
Sorry?
Or, oh man, it might have been a woodchuck. It was either a woodchuck or Arnold Schwarzenegger's predator.
Bro!
Alright, this looks like a Bigfoot cave area.
I don't know, homie. I think it's kind of a dead end.
Yeah, we should probably... Hold on. Does this work? Bigfoot! Bigfoot, I'm making noise. So far, this is kind of like a nice...
Nature
Oh, I lost
walk.
you. Yeah. What's your name? Big is... We're back at this path.
Hold on, let's look at the map real quick. I'm checking it.
Yeah, look for giant footprints on that map.
I'm tempted
I think we...
to go back to spawn, grab the other camera, and like actually kind of and grab both cameras. I might grab both cameras.
Yeah, I want to get one shot off on this.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So far, we haven't even found the tourists.
No, yeah, well the map's massive, so I like how immersive it is though.
Yeah, but it does worry me when I eventually run to BigFoot. He's probably gonna have the worst freaking jump scare ever.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh! No.
What?
I thought this is where the tourists were, but we're back at camp.
Okay, I've got the camera. Got the other one. Oh, I can see. Whoa.
Can you see Bigfoot on any of the cameras?
Well, I'm looking, but on your camera anyway. I'm not seeing anything.
Ooh.
Okay, so I got all the cameras. And I swear we picked up a tablet or something.
The tablet out here
Is
on
there?
the desk.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
if you go
traps as well. Oh, and night vision cameras and batteries.
Oh wait, do those missing posters give us a clue? No.
And
Hella
meat.
good.
Oh, we have meat and traps and stuff that we can put down.
Oh, is that lure out?
Oh, and there's the drone battery.
Right.
Okay.
We're gonna be
Flare
roast.
guns. We missed half of our fucking shit out here.
There's flare guns
Yeah, I just picked one up. Where's the tablet, you said? Oh, it's over here.
on the table.
You can't take the item. I think you need to take that one. I apparently already have it somehow. However that
Oh,
works.
press tab.
Oh yeah! I'm watching you control this. Okay, so we
Cool.
need to set up these traps everywhere. Okay, so I have meat.
Okay. Yeah, I
and
mean
have
traps as well.
Okay, so let's figure out a point on the map and head there. Why don't we take the path and go up to the, like, north? I say as I continue to not take the path and just go into the woods.
Well, I feel like getting into the woods is prime Bigfoot area, you know? What the fuck is that?
Night
What was
two.
that?
Apparently this is over several days, homie. This is a dead end, by the way.
He growls.
Yeah, he absolutely did growl. So there's a day-night cycle.
I bet you there's a Bigfoot cave around here. I'm gonna put a trap over here. Okay. Okay.
Should I put a camera down on the trap?
Yeah. Okay, I'm only gonna...
Okay, I'm putting a camera down right here.
I put meat in the trap. Oh my god, that was so loud.
That was so loud. So I think the reason we weren't seeing anything is because of the grace period. Where's the camp?
Oh.
Oh, there's the path, okay.
Oh man, this is getting real. I don't like this.
Yeah, no, this is...
It's like when games do like nighttime as actual dark, that's when
I think this is one of the things where we're meant to set up shit during the day, and then we go back to the trailer and try and catch evidence. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. I
I hate like it's like that feeling when you're like swimming and you're exposed to like a full 360.
Right.
Oh, old hunting tower is this way.
You want to
Like I
follow
was
this
actually
path?
no. Sorry, the bushes keep rustling.
Well, there are, like, creatures. We are absolutely gonna get our asses clapped. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna put down another trap full of meat.
We're so close to home, though.
Are we? Jesus fucking Christ! Go away, Bigfoot! Go away, Bigfoot! Get out of here, Bigfoot! Bigfoot, be gone!
Remember me.
Oh, you stood in a Bigfoot trap! Bigfoot!
Wait, what the fuck happened?
Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Bigfoot!
We need to run.
How do I close my...
Homie!
Holy shit, that was... Still on my ass. Where is he?
I don't know!
He was so loud!
I know! All I have is a knife.
Oh my god.
Um,
We need to get more bullets.
I'm out of bullets. We need to, like, go anywhere, somewhere.
Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna place a trap here.
There?
Right.
I got so many
Yeah.
pictures of him, by the way.
Holy sh! Why do I still see his health bars? Is he still around this freaking area?
He's got such a
Where do
massive
we-
health bar. We need to just... We don't have all the places discovered, so we need to, like, pick a direction and go.
Alright, where was home? I need to get more bullets.
Home is the other way. I don't think there's more bullets at home either.
Okay, let's go the further away from home. I think this is towards home.
No. No, it's absolutely not.
Wait, hold on. I think I can give you bullets.
I have different types of guns. There's
Yeah,
bullets.
9mm. Does that work?
I think so. Let me check. Oh, I keep hitting tab by accident. Yeah, thank you.
How do I get the
Okay.
flares out?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, fuck, this is the worst.
What was
Bigfoot?
that? So that's a nature trail.
Should we take, maybe, oh wait, maybe the tourists went on this nature trail.
Ross Lake.
We need to get a picture of the dead
Hold on.
tourists.
Stop.
What?
Stop. I thought I heard something. Sorry.
Bigfoot?
I got so many pictures of Bigfoot, by the way. Yeah, I got pictures of Bigfoot.
Oh!
Um,
Bigfoot! Bigfoot, I'm armed, Bigfoot!
we don't have a lot of ammo. Maybe we don't antagonize him.
We need to find more bullets.
What the fuck?
Oh. Oh my god, he's on the camera! He's stood in the trap! He's on one of the cameras! Oh my god. Oh, I think we... Okay, I don't know where I put that trap.
That was by
We
the
need-
camp.
We need more meat.
I have meat.
Oh, I have a trap.
How do I put meat in it?
You just look at it. Alright, so let's put another camera down on this.
Do you have it? You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's not be here. What path are we on? We need to go up and towards the road again.
Oh! He triggered another camera. Was that... Oh, wasn't the camera we just placed, was it?
Swear to God, I don't know. Cover me.
Fuck, this is the worst game we've ever played. I hate this. Why is Bigfoot so scary? He's such a joke.
I don't see him on anything. Okay. 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 This is fine.
We need to find a way to get supplies.
I know, this wasn't the place though. We need to go sort of think up. I'm on edge. I'm so
Yeah,
on
no,
edge.
this is...
I can't tell what is a big footprint and what's not.
Well, probably... Oh, what's that little trail over there? We need to...
Ooh, should we take
do...
this back? Oh my god,
Bigfoot.
oh my god.
Bigfoot, I come in peace. Bigfoot, I only have 2 bullets left. Bigfoot! Oh my god, it's so loud! He's whopping me! He's whopping me!
Oh god!
He's Sasquatching! You set him on fire! He's running up! Holy shit, he fucking bent the shit out of me!
Are you okay?
He bent the absolute shit out of me! Oh my
chase
god!
him?
I only have a knife!
Just go back to your gun and scroll.
I have a knife and a flare.
The flare is what set him on fire.
We need to find ammo.
Okay.
We need to follow a trail
yeah, the trail
to
he
get
just
ammo.
went on.
Would that lead us to ammo?
Yes, maybe. I don't know. I have
I
no
think
idea.
this is a terrible idea.
I think this is a great idea.
Fuck, it's so loud when he starts whomping on you.
I know.
Shit, the fact that he just comes out of nowhere. I just turned around like to look behind you, and then it was just like Bigfoot.
Crazy thought, but I don't think the paths are as safe as the woods. Like, I think it's...
Oh, what's this?
Oh,
Oh, whoa, scratches!
Yes, okay, I got it.
These trees are my
him.
friends. Oh, what have you... Oh, evidence found. Fuck off, Bigfoot. I'm armed with a knife.
And I've got a flare gun. I'll set the fucker on fire again. There's gotta be another, like, thing up ahead. Oh, behind us!
What? Burn! That didn't deter him!
Oh my god, I'm out of bullets!
I only have a knife left.
Just keep running, just keep running!
Wait, he's not chasing. We need to go. What's this trail? There's a sign back here.
What?
Wait, there's a ranger station. A ranger station
okay,
that'll
okay,
have
okay.
bullets.
Yes.
Jesus
I'm on my way.
Christ.
Okay, let's go.
Hurry up, Ow! My organs! My organs are...
Are you okay?
Oh my god, a fucking tree fell on me.
That's a thing? I think it might be daytime. We need to get to this ranger station, homie. This is insane!
What the fuck? This is like...
This is so intense. This is like extensive as well.
Ranger station, please. Oh, what is that?
That's a totem. I'm gonna take
Oh,
it.
oh,
It's fine. It's totally
that's
fine.
not a special summoning totem, is it?
I don't know.
It's not part of the Bigfoot religion.
I don't know.
Oh my god, I see civilization abed.
Yes, here we go, look.
Oh, please send me bullets, Ranger. Actually, where is the park ranger? This seems like something the park ranger should be dealing with.
Bullets. Hello? There's a toilet. Great.
Great.
Oh, another gun.
Oh, I took it.
That's fine. Oh, another flare, gun pellet, another first aid kit.
I need to use the first aid kit. I got one.
What the fuck? Did you hear that?
Oh god.
I
Don't worry, I have a shotgun primed at the fucking door.
Okay.
I do hear flies. So I'm guessing we're gonna find where the ranger went.
I'm just checking the doors.
Alright, I'm gonna check outside. I'll be right back. Oh my god,
Are you okay?
He's outside!
What do you mean he's outside?
There may be a Bigfoot or big feet outside.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I saw multiple.
What do you mean? Melon?
There was a... Oh my... Wait. Oh my god, you closed the blinds. Maybe we should be hiding inside at night. Also, he heals over time. Oh, I actually took a flare gun bullet. I'm gonna give that to you. Hold on.
Okay, so I have GPS sensor. What does this mean? Oh, this is for tracking him. Oh,
What was that?
don't worry about it.
What did you do? Did you
That's
talk
the
to...
skull. That's the skull.
Are you
Hey,
talking
I
to
can place
spirits?
it. Maybe. We need to keep moving.
Wait, if I...
We're all the way out here. We could probably stand and put a camera down here, maybe? Is there like a... Was there a radio in here, maybe? There's a
Alright,
TV.
I have a...
Okay, yeah, I'll turn the TV on.
Okay.
Alright, let's keep moving. Let's go... Yeah, let's keep following this trail. This is gonna be nighttime before we know it, and...
We could just wait out night back at the... What is... Oh my god, there's a wolf. Do not flare the wolf.
I'm not gonna waste bullets on the wolf, relax.
Wolf, be gone. Wolf, be gone. Do not...
There's BigFoot!
Oh my god, there he is, there he is, there he is. He doesn't even fucking see us. Oh my god. He's running. Wolf, no! No! Down, Sprinkles! Sprinkles, no!
Knife,
Sprinkles!
knife, knife!
Oh, I actually have my camera. Oh god.
Oh, we can butcher it.
A meat!
Meat! Oh, look!
Oh, ooh, ooh. Do you have a trap?
I do.
Oh yeah, come here,
Should I
Bigfoot.
He ran over that way.
Oh, there's another sign. There's another signpost ahead. Maybe that'll lead us to more places with guns or health kits.
We need more cameras.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Shelter 1?
Ooh, okay. So we can kill the animals and butcher them.
For their meat.
Yes, for traps.
Why did trees get into me?
Christ! What did you do to the forest?
Oh my god, the forest hates me. This is like Fangorn Forest.
Branched! Wait, branched!
Oh my god, Branch has betrayed me. I think I see a little... Oh my god, there's a bear. There's a fucking bear.
Bro,
There's
bro,
no way... Okay, no,
there's
back
no
away,
way.
back away, back away, back away. Go away.
Was that? It's getting dark.
Yeah, I think Bigfoot's powers increase at night.
Where's the
There's the zip
shelter?
line.
I've got a GPS sensor. It's night,
Night
3.
3?
Is that the? Oh, is that the shelter, or is that a rock?
I don't know. Maybe this way? Fuck, we should have stayed back at the freaking cabin.
Wait. Shelter 1. Bro. Oh, a totem! I took it.
This is just an over-tipped canoe!
Fireworks!
What? Oh, he's on one of the
Camera.
cameras. Oh, there's a gun here.
He's on three.
Hey, there's a gun here. Take it. There's a sniper rifle.
Where?
On the ground. Look.
Oh my god, yes. I'm on it.
We're gonna fuck up this.
Have we... Have you seen any bodies anywhere?
Yeah, we're looking for dead bodies of tourists. Oh my god, nighttime. The visibility is so bad.
It's really bad. He's on the camera again. Oh my god, he just destroyed our camera 3!
Oh, why? Okay, out of all the games we play, why is the Bigfoot game that I was 99% sure going to be a joke actually the one that stresses me out the most?
I've got a GPS sensor ready to go if we come across him. We're like on the outskirts, we need to turn around.
Great. I'm only on 56 health. Do you have a health kit?
I do. Come here.
Did it work?
Yeah. Okay, so I wonder, can I ping the map maybe? No.
Oh, photo evidence.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, hold on. Got it.
We're gonna crack this case if Bigfoot's real or not any second now. It's not like he fucking mauled us 3 times, but no, we need a picture of him scratching something.
I literally have a picture of him! Press Q! It says I have a picture. Okay,
Alright, do we go down this path?
Yeah, let's keep following this.
Wait, this is where we came from, right?
No. Look at the map. We're going south now.
Oh, we're near the zip line. Oh, let's just check up here.
We're starting to get our bearings now, though. That's good. I'm like so paranoid. I keep looking behind us because he snuck up on us that one time.
Yeah, and it's okay. Thunder Point Camp. Spence. Did we
That's
go
the
to
ranger
Thunder
station.
Point?
Yeah, let's go to the campground.
That might be our house, but who knows?
No, let's try it. I mean, like, what's the worst that happens? We get terrorized by Bigfoot.
What if there's more than... Oh.
Don't even. Oh, another totem! Wonder what we use them for.
Alright, these are...
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, why the fuck is it...
Oh god! Oh god, my face!
Bigfoot, die!
I'm dead! I'm dead!
No, it's just me! Bigfoot! Oh, he's beating the shit out of me! He's beating the shit out of me!
Holy shit!
How do I res you?
I don't think you can.
I have your body! What do I do with your body?
I don't know.
Rest in peace, Mousie. Gone forever. Rest in peace. Bigfoot has killed you. What the fuck do I do now? Do I take you back to the camp?
The skulls? Oh, do the skulls do something, maybe?
What do the skulls do?
Are they singing to you? No. It's not doing anything. Do we want to try?
Hold on, how do I put you back down? Bigfoot, be gone! Cooker on the campfire?
Can you?
Oh, I don't know how to put you down.
I don't know either.
I put you down before.
Yeah, the skulls aren't doing anything. You need a certain amount of skulls in a certain location to resurrect a dead player. Oh. So you need to collect the skulls and then take me to a specified location. So you're just gonna be carrying me around, bro. Do we want to try again? Do we maybe want to just reload and reattempt this?
Hold on.
Oh, that's a photo.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, Toby the dog!
1 second.
Q and then photo camera.
I don't have a photo camera. I only have a gun.
Oh shit, it was on me then.
Shit.
Shit!
Okay, I'll just hold on. How much skulls do I need?
I don't know. I had several.
Can I take some from your inventory?
I don't know. At least I can still watch your back. Like.
Yeah, this is great. Hello? This is the worst. I absolutely fucking hate this.
This is just a warm-up. It's fine. Bigfoot didn't even let me get my flare gun out. I whiffed the first shot, and then, like, from then on, it was...
So I need to get more skulls?
And then take me to a specific location.
Well, there's no way in hell I'm finding that location randomly, right?
No, probably. But it's gonna be funny to watch you try.
Great. Park entrance. Alright, Bigfoot, we have a truce. Oh, I doubt they put a summoning resurrection circle randomly near the park entrance. Hello? Where's your waterfall? Jesus, moose of moose! Fucking Christ! Okay, if I know something about video games, there's always a secret of it. Bigfoot! Bigfoot, take her body! Take her body, Bigfoot! Take her body, Bigfoot! Bigfoot! Bigfoot, take her body! Bigfoot!
He just absolutely bodied you! Oh.
Holy fuck, I'm getting eaten in the cave!
So am I! We survived 3 nights! 3 nights! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so funny!
He's fucking scary, man.
Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I need to create the lobby again. Well, we've warmed up. We've warmed up. Okay. Now we understand.
What the hell? He's spooky.
Yeah, he's absolutely terrified. He snuck up on us.
How? Like, you think something?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god. Okay. It's the same information as before. We survived 3 nights at least. No, I whiffed 1 shot with the flare gun on Bigfoot and then, oh my god, okay. I'm ready. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we know. Now we know. We can go, we can be fully prepared. Okay?
Fucking hell.
This is hard! This is goofy and challenging and scary as shit all at once.
Oh god, it's just something about like their eyes sticking out from the woods.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Alright.
Let's grab all our shit. Flare gun. Tablet. Geotag. I've got the camera. I've got some meat. I've got the drone battery. I've got more meat. I've got loads of fucking meat, holy shit. Night vision, trap. Got the camera. We didn't use the drone that much last time. How do we use the drone?
Honestly, I don't see much use in the drone.
We could try it.
I don't know, I just got beamed to death by a giant gorilla man.
Did you take both guns?
No? Also, there's more pistol ammo in here. In this.
Yeah, I know, but the pistol's not...
It is.
It's not
Risky. I don't have the pistol.
Oh, I do, I have it. Okay, I guess I picked it up.
Wow, wow.
Alright. Okay,
Thinking
so...
I'm the gun hogger over here.
Okay, so we know that there's that little spot up ahead, right? So if we take the path and we go...
I think we go back to Ranger's cabin and get that shotgun. That thing was freaking him up.
Yeah?
And the traps did a lot of damage as well. So I have all the...
We need to set up some traps. We need to... Well, there was that one little, like, ranger station. We can't go that way. We need to go the other way. Because remember, that's a ridge. That's a ridge. We can't go there. So we need to sort of follow the path and...
Bigfoot does whatever.
Bigfoot does.
Can he swing from whip? No, he can't. He's got a big head.
Remember the old hunting tower? We can set up a camera and trap there.
Mm-hmm. Why? What the fuck did I do to the forest people? Because they always go for me.
What? Did you, like, attack a tree in your past life or something?
No, I've always been kind to nature.
Then why is nature, like, attacking back?
Oh, I did once as a kid. There was this lady who lived in my estate, and she was super mean because every time a ball went over her house, she would not give it back. So, we used to kidnap her garden gnomes and hide them around the estate.
This is the gnome lady seeking vengeance.
Yeah. And one time she burst a ball and threw it back at us, and we threw mushrooms at her house. So maybe the mushrooms.
Oh, we don't. Maybe okay. So if we have more we can attract Bigfoot with this. We can set down a trap and attract him with the music.
Oh yeah, should I put a camera here as well?
If you want, yeah. Okay, so if we get down to this road. How do we get down? Can we actually use this or no? No.
I don't know.
We need to get down to the road to get to the old hunting thing.
I've watched so much videos on like spook. What the? Oh my god, no! It was just a street truck. I thought that was a cultist person. I watched so much videos on how scary national parks are in America, like how far away from civilization they are.
Yeah.
And so national parks just kind of scare me. There's something about them that just gives me like I don't trust vibes.
Okay.
Like the amount of people that go missing in them is insane. It's like a way higher number than you think.
What do you mean? Like busing? Like, oh, missing?
Missing, not go bussing. Oh, there's a great place to bust is a national park.
Like, this game is so much more in depth than I expected it to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's slightly terrifying.
Alright, I'm gonna put down another trap here. Radio, yeah.
Yeah. Same idea. Okay. Shall I put a camera on this one?
Mm-hmm. Did you meet, I think I have. Did you meet for that?
I have meat. Okay, let's rock.
You don't realize that a lot of national parks are like little wordless city slickers.
We're going to south. We need to go this way.
Yeah, I'm Are you a believer in the supernatural?
I think there's still shit that we can't explain, but like, I'm sure science will figure it out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I'm on like.
Hey Bill, thanks for the raids.
I'm on the team of like, I really want to believe, and I'll be happy to be proven wrong. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
But like sometimes, ranger station this way. Sometimes like. This way.
This way. Okay, yeah.
Sometimes I'll be with like friends, and we'll be staying in a place, and be like, "What if it's haunted?" And I'm be like, "Ghosts are just not scary." I gotta be honest. I have this weird thing where I feel bad for ghosts more than I'm scared of them.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'd be cranky if I was stuck somewhere for eternity too. Like, damn. I love the way we can vault over stuff.
Whoa, I don't think we've.
This is a
this place is
ranger
different.
station.
Yeah, this is like a fancier ranger station.
There's like ranger stations everywhere. I'm gonna close the door behind us just so we don't like get ourselves absolutely bodied by Bigfoot. Oh, there's a safe.
Oh, the window is broken.
There's a safe with a code. We need to put in a code. There's a what? This is so much.
Bro, what?
What?
Code would be on the.
Oh.
Yeah, get fucked.
Get bodied, you fuck.
Wow.
There he goes.
I'm gonna check the shed for a gun.
Get absolutely wrecked.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, do not go out in there.
What? Is there a body?
No, there's a toilet. And it stanks.
Gross.
Man, I was really hoping for a shotgun out here.
Flare. There's a flare thing. Cool. Awesome. Should we set up a trap here and turn on the radio? Do you think you can go inside?
I don't know.
You think it's worth it or nah?
I don't think you can go. Fuck, there was a shotgun in these cabin last time.
Well, there's another ranger station, I think. I think this is like... Yeah, this is the most southern one. There's loads of ranger stations then. If we keep following this road and get off on the path...
Not gonna lie, this game's kind of good.
Yeah, this game's fucking amazing! Holy shit!
I'm like...
Okay, let me see where we want to go. So we want to... Oh, there's a car!
Is there a shotgun in the car?
No. Lame. Okay, so let me see where we're facing. That's north. We want to go this way. And then there should be a path that we can get on and just start going around the map a bit more.
Oh.
Another truck. We're like proper investigators. Let's go. Ooh, ooh. Okay.
But like, I'd love to investigate spooky stuff.
That'd be so much fun. Like,
I'd love to like...
I feel like it'd be such a cool thing to do.
Yeah. This is what you do. Call up Lewis and say, hey.
We should go ghost hunting.
Yeah, me and this guy called Meloncolliee you've never heard of. We're gonna take 10,000 of the Yogg's budget and we're gonna go hunt ghosts in old houses.
Oh, it's getting to daytime. We're on safety zone. Okay, cool. Ooh, hello.
This is the park entry.
There's a radio there. There's... Oh, yeah, let's go. There's an inside. Signal flare. Okay.
Nice. I have one of them as well. I wonder if that's like a signal a helicopter to get this fuck out of here.
I wish. They could also attract a Bigfoot, maybe. It's walkie. Still not much.
I'd watch that.
useful.
I think I'd be good at talking to ghosts.
You think so?
I think because like, I don't know. I think I just have like.
There's a match here. What's outside?
The
there's
stinky
a radio.
toilet.
There's a radio. We can set down a trap here with the radio. At 6 near the waterfall, Helga Cooper. At 6 near the waterfall.
Oh, that's probably where the body is. Wait, what's this? Oh my god.
You have all the traps. Oh my god.
I found Helga. Oh, that gives me chills. That actually.
Oh, I found her phone. Helga, I found an amazing tower near the lake. Toby really enjoyed walking there. You should come see it with us, definitely. But I'm in a cave right now. It's interesting so far, but I still haven't seen Bigfoot's tracks. I thought I heard some rustling, but I think it was just my imagination. Maybe you should rest. Let me keep working. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's
scary.
a little bit.
I think, I'd be more. Yeah.
Radio?
Sure. I'm gonna put it like near the body, maybe. You know, criminals always return to the scene of the crime.
Oh, of course. I have meat. Just in case.
I'll put a camera here.
Okay.
But like.
Okay, so now we're on the path.
I have like sleep paralysis all the time, and the stuff you see in sleep paralysis.
Oh god, it's horrible. Oh, skulls.
Is so spooky, and it's almost like that's like the closest you get to supernatural. Especially when you keep seeing the same recurring things.
Oh god, yeah, no. Like, I have that reoccurring nightmare of, like, this forest that's, like, incredibly detailed, and it's been the same since I was 8. What?
Was that the camera we were just at?
Surely not. What motion was on the camera? On which camera?
Didn't mean a deer or anything.
That's so weird. Okay.
Wait, I think there's something over here. The trees are weird.
The trees are weird? I don't think so, homie.
Oh, am I just being hallucinating?
I think you're hallucinating.
We're gonna be like Blair Witch Project. Someone's gonna kick a map into the creek. Have you ever seen that movie?
Nope.
It is like just not a fun time. It is.
It sounds like anxiety incarnate every time I hear about it.
Like it's so subtle that like the horror is mostly them going slowly insane.
Yeah.
So it's just like the most uncomfortable watch ever.
And they never see it, right? They never see it. Oh, skull. I'll let you take that one. What a lovely little bridge.
But like I think there's definitely stuff you like. People can explain.
Yeah.
Oh.
What keeps hitting the cameras?
I don't know. It could be a deer or something. And like, there's a lot of spooky like mysteries in the world that. And one of the things is like, humans are scary enough in their own right.
Oh god, yeah.
That's the one thing that always like freaked me out. Where it's like, you're watching something and it's like an unsolved mystery and you're like,
Oh
guarantee it was like a group of billionaires who just, you know, like
Yeah.
a group of people went missing. You're like, God, you know, it's just some sort of like, someone with unlimited resources pulling strings there.
Devil's Creek Ranger Station. That way. Do we want to try and go that way? What the hell? Again.
Yeah. Let's go to the ranger station.
BigFoot! Camera 2!
Wait. I think he's near
He's
us.
done. Surely not.
Well, like, he just passed.
Say psych right now.
I don't know.
No, the camera 3 is the one we just placed. Should we try and get to the ranger station then? Or
Yeah.
was that the one we were just at?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's the one we were just at. That's the one we were just at.
Oof.
We gotta keep moving. Oh, this is stressful. Again.
Oh, fuck. That's, I hate that.
Camera 1.
What is this?
He just ran through camera 1. Okay, let's keep moving. Which way you wanna go?
This way. Whoa, look at that fucking moose just watching us.
Oh my god! It's nighttime. It's about to get real.
I wonder when he's attacking us, I could like quickly place it on a trap. There's also been like things where like Joe and like someone you trust tells you like a spooky paranormal story, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, I know you're not a liar, so that kind of scares me.
Yes! It's worse when it's from somebody that you like trust and they come to you like freaked out saying something. It's like, well,
What the?
help me!
I don't know how. Jesus, Bigfoot's learning.
Oh my god.
He set traps for us.
What the hell? Does that mean he knows where we are?
Well, like,
he's
it's a bridge, so like.
he's destroyed one of the cameras. Camera 2, camera 2, camera 2! Okay.
See, he's pretty smart though. Like putting a trap across a bridge that you have to cross. That's like he is some.
He's evolving.
Maybe we shouldn't be hunting him if he can think like this.
I don't think we have a choice right now. I'm gonna be real.
I just mean in like a.
Philosophical way, sure. Oh, the dog!
Fuck.
Okay, this is
This is where
where
we
we
died last-
died, yeah. Oh,
I'm
another
gonna
trap.
play.
I'm gonna take that.
I'm gonna place a trap down here though.
Some ammo.
If you've
A
any
note?
meat.
There's a. Oh yeah, there's a radio right there. If we want to turn that on, but let's wait until we're ready to go. Whew.
I placed on a trap if you want to put some meat in it.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it?
It's just near the entrance of the camp.
Do you want me to put down like a camera at all, or do I even have a camera? I do. I have one more. How do
I
get
have
more
2
of
cameras on.
those?
I have 2 on me.
I'll put one down here. There we go. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my god, that's just giving me so much anxiety.
I know.
Oh, the night vision camera. Hello. I can see through like everything.
Oh, I have some batteries for that. Should I give you them?
When I end up needing it, yeah. Okay, we're good to go ahead. This is so interesting. Okay, is there like a sign or? This is so intense.
He hasn't tracked us down yet.
I think we.
Oh, I found a Bigfoot.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're right.
Okay, Spencer Ranger. Oh, this is where we get the shotgun.
This is the shotgun. Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
Because you only have a pistol right now, right? Or you have a rifle as well?
I have a pistol.
Do you have a rifle? Or was that last time? Alright, maybe you should get the shotgun.
So I'm just checking around us. This is. I'm so anxious. What was that?
I don't know, it's proven.
I'm gonna end up pissing myself. Like, this is so scary.
I know, you just kind of want him to appear.
Bro. Behind us!
Fuck!
I missed! Run! Okay, he's gone. To the station.
Fuck, I got a bunch of shots into him though.
Where's the station? Is that it right there? I think that's it.
Fuck, how the hell do you kill him? I did
Well,
nothing.
we set him on fire. That seems to have done a bit of help. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh my god. Holy shit.
The last time there was a shotgun here.
Maybe it's outside. Car battery?
So how do we get the fuck out of here?
I guess, maybe? Okay, so the loot is random. That's good. That's great to know. That's... wow. Amazing. Do we want to turn on the TV and set up a trap?
I need more traps. I have to do with a camera though.
Okay, I have a trap then. Whoa! I hit him! I hit him with the
What?
tracker! Look at, I can see him on the tracker. Oh my god, I actually managed to hit him with the tracker.
Yeah, so now we know where he is.
Yeah. We can see
We
him.
still don't have the equipment to kill him though.
We need to find places, I guess.
What's up here?
He's going up the river.
Should we...
Didn't we go that way before? Yeah, let's go that way. Oh my god, I managed to fucking hit him with the tracker. Let's go. He's coming back. He's going back to the location. Let's keep moving. Just keep moving. Okay, he's just gone and hit
Oh,
the
he just...
trap.
Oh my god, he's coming. I can see him on the map. Mini map.
Come on, keep going.
I'm shooting him.
I don't have many more bullets.
He turned around, he turned around.
Okay, let's keep going then. Yeah, he's going the opposite direction. Okay, we need to find another location. You'll not see him coming before he murders you both? Oh my god.
What the hell?
There's a building up there. Look. Look up.
Oh yeah, I think that's the zip line.
Is it? Oh, I think you're right. But this is This is another path though. We can keep following this and see what's up here.
Oh, didn't she say there's something near a waterfall? Maybe if we go to the river and walk like up, follow it up, we can get to the waterfall? Or down?
Did you? Okay.
But do you see a waterfall on the map? Because didn't one of the dead bodies say there's something near
he's
there?
Near us. Do we maybe want to turn off our flashlights and try and like... We need to go up this way? Yeah, he's coming,
He should be right in front of us. Where the fuck is he? There he is. Oh, I'm fucking wasting ammo. Come here, you fuck. Fuck! It's not hitting him.
He's going away. The tracker's gone. There's a path up here. I'm kind of exploring up north.
See if you can find a waterfall.
Well, I found a fucking ravine. Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. This is extensive. Holy shit.
You think he's... I'm guessing he has like a BigFoot cave somewhere.
Yeah, I think so as well. Oh, there's a sign up ahead. Old Hunting Tower 3, Colonial Shelter 1. Shall we go this way?
I guess.
Because I'm out of flare ammo, and... Oh! What's this?
There's blood on it. This is something you find the ones that you don't touch.
That's unnerving.
Oh, hold on, there's an old tree up. Look over here.
What the fuck?
Oops. I found a swamp.
Oh my god, maybe we'll find Shrek.
A luminous green swamp.
That must be the giant green puddle on the map.
Surely there must be something in here, right?
Oh, I need to take my meds real quick.
I think I see a little house.
A little house? In the swamp?
Oh no. Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, you're right. There's alligators, do you?
God.
Hold on.
Oh, he stood in another trap.
Yes, he did, by the body.
Oh, this looks like an old witch house.
So much evidence. Okay, that's
Swamp
disgusting.
house.
Oh, fuel canister. Nice.
The shotgun's here.
Yes! Oh, here we go.
And another pistol. I'll
And
take the
a
other
letter.
pistol.
Scout, I'm going to radio tower. I read a local newspaper. There are tracks found there.
Oh, I just picked up a pickaxe as well.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Now we're talking. Oh, there's a bridge and a little birdhouse. Oh! This is nice. Is there a radio that we can maybe... No. Okay. Whew. No!
Oh.
You can't be serious. I need to... God damn it. Bro?
Did you heal yourself?
I did. Doesn't do much though. I'm gonna be real.
Do you need another health kit? I've some.
Oh no, it's regenning. These little traps are kind of not on. I'm gonna be honest. Don't like them.
Yeah. They're kind of more advanced than our bear traps, and that's making me feel a little insecure.
Right?
It's like his is the whole thing.
Why does he get better traps?
Is this a camp we haven't been to?
Yeah. Okay, now we're talking. Ooh, GPS sensor. I got another GPS sensor. Let's, fantastic.
Where's a kid there?
Yeah, I'm still regenning. Flare gun bullet, yay! We can set him on fire. How are we meant to kill this motherfucker? Look at his health.
I know. So we're just gonna have to jump him.
Should we, what do I have? I'm curious to figure out the drone thing. I really want to try it out at some point. I'm gonna pick up the first aid kit.
Where did you go? Oh, there.
This way, yeah. Okay.
Slowly marking out the map, which is good.
I definitely
Oh, is that running water?
It is running water.
Let's see if we can find the waterfall.
It would be upstream, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well...
Unless it's downstream as well, somehow. Night 3.
Well, let's try upstream first.
Oh my god, imagine if we had a full squad of people, like someone checking the cameras constantly.
Yeah, well, you could phasmo this up.
Yeah, we need to get the Phasma crew and horror crew on this. This just keeps going on me.
Forever?
No, it does eventually stop and you look at the map.
So maybe the waterfall is down.
I think it might be. We're losing a lot of the progress that we have made.
We can try it down.
My worry is that he's gonna jump us and throw us into the water.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I don't know. He usually just beats us against the ground.
True. Okay. We should be coming up on a path soon. I'm getting closer now. Moose?
Oh my god!
What the fuck? What?
Jesus Christ! I was I felt that scare through my hands.
That can happen?
Jesus fucking Christ!
Holy shit!
That was so loud.
Oh my god!
Fuck! Did that wake you up, chat?
I don't know.
Some poor lurker probably just shat their fucking trousers.
Oh my god! Should I get out the night vision real quick? Hold on. You zoom in ahead, I need to get a little perch.
What is this waterfall?
Is it not right under us? Oh, look under us, look under us, look. There's like a little bridges.
Oh, I fell down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, ow.
Are you okay?
I tumbled down the whole hill. There's a whole animation as well if you fall down. Just be careful.
How do I get to you then?
If you try slightly walk down, see that little ledge there? Yeah. Just keep going.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. So this is a whole thing.
Yeah, this river goes on for fucking...
Nice. Okay. That's one way
So
to
where should we
quickly
go?
get around.
Up here?
What's this?
What? Do you see him?
I don't know. Maybe. No, okay, we're good. Okay, where do you want to go?
I'm gonna put that on the camera here because we haven't put a camera in a while. We try up this way, maybe?
We'll look at the map. Hold on. Yeah, we can go up. I think. There's not really a way up.
No?
No, I think we need to go down and maybe around. If we get back onto the path, we might be able to find our way up again. Bro.
What?
Did you not hear the massive screech?
No?
Okay.
Probably just the wind.
Oh, look, okay. Rolling Creek Ranger Station.
I think we've been there before, right? That was the fancy one.
Maybe? No, it's not on our map. It's not on our map. So we haven't discovered it yet. I'm so paranoid. I keep looking behind.
Oh
us.
my fucking god.
It's here.
Where is he? Is the real question.
Why would you summon?
Oh, it's someone. Oh! God.
Okay. Quick reflexes. Yeah, this is one we haven't been to yet. Oh, brilliant. Okay.
What if we repair this car?
There's another car battery here. Some bullets. Jesus Christ!
I don't know what that was. It was.
That's just closing that door. Large mouth, long claws, rather thick fur, taller than a human, has its own totem. Ooh, ammo.
Does anybody know what sort of ecologies the Bigfoot shares with Fresno Nightcrawlers? Do they cross paths, the Fresno Nightcrawler and Bigfoot? I don't think they'd have much.
I've got to pee so bad.
All right, get back inside the house and go.
Okay. Okay, give me a moment, everyone.
All right, I'll just watch the door. I'll just put my gun at the door. Bigfoot wears Fresno Nightcrawlers his pants, needs to buy bananas. What? Fresno Nightcrawlers are peaceful, beautiful creatures. I love all cryptids. Actually, you know what? I'm not crazy on Bigfoot. Maybe I'm just like... Right. Tier list, it probably goes... S tier, Mothman, Fresno Nightcrawler. Nessie probably is up there. That's a good one. And then B tier would be like Jersey Devil. The Chupacabra. Wendigo. Well, Wendigos were just proven to be cannibal humans, right? Chupacabras, MSC, or B tier. Yeah, if you're sucking goats, you know.
Okay. Mothman's amazing.
Yeah,
also
Mothman
really
is...
Mothman.
Mothman is the only canonically jacked cryptid. Every form of Mothman, every depiction of him, he is ripped for some reason.
Okay.
Like, when they go to the statue of him in the town, he was... Oh, I found some meat.
Oh. How do you use this? Look.
But, like, I always thought, like,
Okay,
how...
it's daytime, so we're a little bit safer. Okay, so... The bad news is we need to head down south.
We haven't seen him in a good while. I think he stood... Oh, wait. Do you see there's a photo opportunity on the map?
That's the camera.
No, the orange camera. That means there's evidence, right? The orange camera is evidence.
Those are our cameras.
Oh, are they?
Yes. I say we follow this path down.
But like, I always love hearing stories about people who see cryptids.
We still need to find another dead
Oh, little
tourist.
fox!
And take a photo of 3 more footprints and 2 more scratches on trees.
One of my favorite stories of one of the first signs of Mothman is there was this 3 people were driving home in like the 50s, and Mothman apparently landed on the front of their car and pulled off their bonnet, and the police actually um couldn't explain why the bonnet was ripped off their car.
That's crazy.
Yep. And they all said a giant moth-looking man flew down and ripped off the front of their car.
I'm sure it was some dude that was just not that was like coked up or something. Like
I don't know, what was the 50s drug? Probably Quaaludes or something. What the fuck?
Okay, you definitely heard that this time, right?
Don't think so. I think it was the wind.
yeah, sure. Sure, yeah.
I love doing an impression of in every horror movie, the dad that just refuses to believe in anything. Every time there's a horror movie, the mom/wife is having the worst time of her life. She's getting like beaten up by the ghost, and she's seeing Victorian children, and the dad's like, "Honey, are you getting enough sleep?"
No, she's not getting enough sleep.
It's every time. Watch any horror movie that has a family dynamic.
Right?
The dad is.
No!
Oh my God! You said another one.
I got out of it this time.
Do you hear an engine running?
Yeah.
Where was that?
What is going on?
My favorite though is the first Paranormal Activity movie.
Does Bigfoot have a car?
Maybe. It'd be a pretty big pedal. Wait, is this a waterfall over here? Hold on.
Why are we looking for a waterfall again?
Because she said that there's a cave near a waterfall, didn't she? One of the notes.
Right.
Maybe we should go off the path down here, just have a look.
Can we cross the water?
Oh.
Okay. What's on here? Oh.
Another zip line.
Interesting. Where are we on the map? Oh, we're right here. Okay, so that's the waterfall.
Whoa! Look, there's a boat.
Oh shit! Yeah, there is. Oh, over there! Look!
Oh yeah. Maybe it's a Flintstones car. But there's like. I like hearing good stories. Like my favorite one is, or one of my favorite ones is, what are the Seattle Lights? I forget. I forget the exact name of them. Oh, there's shotgun ammo over here.
Oh, perfect. I'll grab it in a second.
But something like the Seattle Skylights or something. And basically in some city in America, this whole town saw all these lights in the sky, and they were doing crazy maneuvers, and they were going on for ages. And the whole town all tells the same story, like over like 1,000 people. And there was a radar technician that was working miles away, and he could see them, the lights doing the same pattern on the radar.
I'm gonna try something.
It's super cool. I forget the exact name of it.
Oh,
If someone
I'm
can...
controlling the drone.
Nice.
I'm gonna look at the waterfall, around the waterfall. Oh, there's a little hut. Oh, I can electrify?
Maybe you can taser Bigfoot. Yeah, I think it was Seattle or something.
Okay, so... So there's I actually could see some shit. On top of the ridge, there was a tiny little house. Oh,
The
God.
Phoenix Lights. Sorry, I'm distracted. Yeah, it's the Phoenix Lights. I recommend. It's a cool, really cool read. Like the whole town saw them.
So I looked over the water. Up there, there's a little hut at the other side. Oh?
Oh. Hold on. Oh, he set it in a trap.
Yeah.
Can we swim?
I don't know.
So I want to see what's... Okay, let's go to that little cabin we saw.
It's on the other side of the zip line. We gotta somehow get over there. Other way.
I think that's a gorilla. That would be really, like... Oh, there's a note here.
That's not.
Oh, it's on note. Nope. Do you want to go this way? Like...
Do you wanna?
Wait, where was the hut you saw?
It was the opposite direction, but I just realized something. There's another river and a lake. If we go this way,
Oh.
we can find our way to the other river and lake. Like, look at the mini map. You can see it, yeah, right?
Yeah. Chad, do you have any favorite cryptid / supernatural phenomenon stories like that were public knowledge? I think Phoenix Lights is up there for me. Ooh.
Okay. So if we look straight down, there's a lake here.
Oh, do you know what's honestly a great watch? Have you ever seen the show where the guys look for the Loch Ness monster?
No.
What? This is amazing. There's this show on the History Channel.
Right.
Right, and it's like 4 or 5 seasons deep. I'm not sure if it's still going. I used to watch it when I was like in secondary school. But these guys go out on the Loch Ness and they film like a whole season out there of them trying to look at the Loch Ness monster. And every episode ends with them just missing it. And it's the fucking greatest thing in the world. It's so funny. They'll see like its tail or something. And they'll be like, oh, this is season 4 in the same fucking lake.
Oh my god. There's
We're still looking.
Reloading.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh no. No, not like this.
Fuck.
Where'd he
Where'd he
go?
go? I need...
Oh my god.
I'm healing. Jesus
Holy
Christ.
Shit. He just fucking came up on our ass.
5 seasons of nothing? Literally. It's... Jesus
There's
Christ.
5 seasons.
Yeah, I don't know, but it, like, some of it's really great because, like, they'll do some footage underneath the water and they'll be like, whoa, what just blew past us? And you can see, like, scuba diver flippers.
I wish I could be happy and delusional like that.
Yeah, I'm just sad and delusional.
Bro. Are we near Bigfoot? We're near the lake.
Maybe we're near a cave.
We could be.
Oh.
Ooh, water. I hear water. Oh. That's disappointing. Little shithead came right up on us. That's so lame.
Oh, but look how much damage we do. We could definitely kill this guy.
Yeah, fuck him. Imagine if we killed Bigfoot and like drag him back and they're like, he doesn't exist.
Well, like,
The government would take him from us. Oh,
oh
skull.
man. I used to have such a fear of. See, I watched my brother play Half-Life, and so I had such a fear of G-Man from Half-Life 2.
Okay.
And so I had this sort of fear of like the Men in Black, the sort of like secret agent guys
Yeah.
that like just make you disappear.
Oh. Maybe we can go
And
this way?
just when I started to get over that fear, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I watched an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer has this episode where these two floating pale twins,
What?
and they're like people that you're not allowed to see them. Does anyone remember that?
Traps.
If anyone, nice. And they only come out at night.
You can't take the item.
Maybe I can. Do you want to place a trap and some meat down here, maybe?
Yeah, I'd love
Voice stealers, that's it. Oh my god,
Wait,
they scared.
here? Oh no. One of the cameras.
Actually, something similar. Oh, the silence, yeah. That every time you look away from them, you forget them.
What camera were they on?
Wearing their stupid suits. Yeah, I'm glad you remember them. Because they scared the bejeebus out of me.
We can potentially go collect our traps, but look at waterfall. This must be where they met up.
Yeah. Okay,
out
we're going
for
across a...
traps.
Yeah, he likes to put them on bridges, isn't he?
Do you think there's like
Should we have a little look over here?
maybe
Just like along the wall.
there's nothing.
Watch the episode, I think, when
Bro?
we're scares.
Where is he? Where'd he
Fuck.
fucking go?
Chase him down! Chase him down! Chase him down! Bigfoot!
He fucking booked it.
Bigfoot!
Shit.
Fuck, maybe we don't fire him so he doesn't run away so we get more damage on him.
True. Shit. I was trying to give us some time to... What's this? Where could he have gone?
I don't know, that fucker can move when he wants to. Bigfoot! Oh my fucking god! Why did he scream so loud? Ow.
Track. Did I get the tracker? Oh god, remember me.
Die. Ow.
Where? Ow! Fuck again! I might die.
He's running for it! Holy shit! Did you have a med kit?
I hit you with the tracker.
Oh, what?
How do I
Oh,
get it off you?
it's in my spleen! Oh, is that why I'm only seeing gray? What's happening? The radiation!
I'm tracking it! It's actually tracking you!
Something's wrong! Why do I taste bronze?
Hold still! Hold still! I can't get it off you.
Great, and it's non-stop beeping in my ear. You don't know how loud this fucking thing is.
Well, he
I just
ran
have-
this way. He ran this way.
What the fuck? I only have 3 bullets.
Should we maybe mosey around?
Well, should we go this way? I feel like his caves are under somewhere.
What are we gonna do when we find his cave?
I don't know. Can you get this thing out of me? The beeping is
I
so
can't.
fucking loud. This is like default Android alarm going off constantly on me right now. Melon deserve that, honestly? What the frick?
No, it's not me here. Bro.
We did a lot of damage to him. We did like 100 damage to him that time.
Yeah, that was good.
Beep. Beep.
We're about to come up on a path.
Chat, last week I was clowning on this game that we should do this, but like I'm unironically enjoying this game.
I'm having so much fun. Holy shit.
This is a good game. This is actually a good game.
Oh, there's a car up here. Okay, where are we right now? We're back on the highway. There's a whole middle section that we've not, like, really explored. Which is back the way we came. Oh my god, that beeping.
Oh, is it bad for you?
Yeah, I can
Maybe
hear it
don't
as well.
shoot it into someone's lungs
I was
next time.
aiming for him! What does that sound?
What is that? Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, look!
Oh, there is. There's a plane. Oh!
Where?
Where?
Is he chasing the plane?
Oh, is he currently on the Empire State Building and there's a bunch of planes going?
Mousie and Prince and Melon, and now it's just Okay, what if we... If we go south, we're gonna end up going where we've gone before. I think we should cross back over the creek and go into the middle of the map.
Right.
Because, like, if you look at the map, we've not really looked around there too much.
I love it. It's like, after you do this... Oh! Bloody Nora! I love it after you did this, like, game, like, the two guys are walking out, and it's like, rare gorilla species preserve, no hunting, and you're just like, oh no!
We start with average foot and then work your way up, right? This area seems pretty chill. Angus, thank you for subscribing for 30 months!
Angus, hello.
Why is the sound getting really...
Yeah, it's fucking loud here. I don't know, should we go more towards the middle, like this way? Oh, fucking birds of the night! Oh, I see him! I see him! He sprints up here!
Chase him down!
Chase him down, come here, you fuck! I want to put your feet above my mantelpiece! That sound is... Do not make that a sound clip.
Somebody please, I need that on my channel!
I want your feet above my mantle.
Please! I'm begging somebody, please!
I'll give her a feet enjoyer? Hardly.
Rangers.
Oh, I got him. I got him in the fucking...
He's booking it.
Man,
this.
those big feet can fucking move. Oh man, I'm hitting him though. If you see any ammo, let me know.
There is
5
some
point.
ammo here. Don't know if it's the one you need though. Oh god, there's like... okay.
Axe big. Flare gun bullets.
Where?
On the table there.
Oh shit, how did I miss that? Okay, thank you.
Boom.
They're small as fuck, the ammo. So he ran off that way. Oh, meat!
Yeah, the traps do a lot of damage to him.
We can go
Do you
pick
have
up
a
our
trap?
old traps, you know.
Oh yeah. Can you trade ammo? Do you have any 5.6 millimeter?
I might, hold on. 5.56.
Yep.
Okay. I gave you 32. Yeah, we can go back and set our things again.
Wait. Hold on.
We can set
Did
up
you
old
give me?
traps. I did. I definitely did.
Nice. Oh shit. I only have 2 bullets.
How? How? Are you sure it's the right ammo? Maybe cycle off the gun and then cycle back on? What? I definitely gave you ammo. 5.56, yeah?
Wait, whatever's the ammo for the rifle. Now I don't know. Maybe it's the.
Here, come here. Try that one?
Oh, there we go. 7. It was 7. It was 7.
Okay. It's about to be night. Yeah, it's night 5 now. Okay, so we could technically go back to our other traps and put meat in them. Like, we can reset them back
That
up.
could be a good idea. Actually, that's actually a good idea.
So let's maybe make our way south. He's destroyed one of our cameras.
Well,
Alright, so our first... I say we go south and then around. Like if we...
yeah, you lead the way.
Okay, this way.
Oh.
Only
BigFoot would make a killing on OnlyFans. You know how much
Monster
money's
fuckers.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, honest question time. You have to answer super honestly.
Okay.
Do you know in Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
If you were Belle, would you be disappointed when the Beast turned back into human form? Boom.
Okay. Anyways, going on. I don't know. That's a hard question.
I'll ask the real questions. Because
Yeah.
look how fucking... look how jacked the Beast was. Do you know how jacked the Beast was? Right? Think how much mass that guy lost to turn back into a human.
I don't know. Okay, so when we come up to this fork in the road, we're gonna go...
Oh
My
my god!
Christ!
Oh my god!
Is that a
Sounds
pig?
like someone... Sounds like someone is a furry. No, I'm a deeply closeted furry, right? So I'm not.
Fucking Christ! The lightning is insane!
Yeah, that is so loud. Belle looked way less pleased than the entire plot. We found the furry? I can see it.
This is the... Get ready for there to be another trap. Okay, no, we're good.
I can't. So you like basic beast human form? Is that what you're saying, chat? If you're saying that, I'm just going to assume you're a liar.
I mean, it's like, it's not just on him though. I'd feel guilty if I liked it, you know?
If you liked his...
Him and his
Oh,
beast
'cause, like,
form, because everyone
he
else
didn't
was under
like
the
it.
curse. No, everyone else was under the curse as well.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Where's the trap? He destroyed the trap apparently. But I can pick up the camera again.
Maybe if he stands in the trap, it destroys it.
No, we can.
He's got a road sign.
What the fuck?
Ow!
How does he have a road sign? He can get weapons. Why
Get
is
in the
he
house!
going? Oh my
He
God,
can't
oh my
fit
God,
inside
oh
the
my God.
house.
Close the door, close the door. Oh my God, he just broke a window.
Wait.
Ow! Oh my God! Oh my God!
He's breaking all the windows. He's breaking the door! He's in the house! The Bigfoot is coming from inside the house!
I'm loading the flare gun, I'm loading the flare gun. Where is he?
He's making a run for it!
Fucker!
Fuck.
Oh
Fuck.
my god!
Shit, so houses aren't safe.
Bro.
Oh, shit, that's so scary. Oh fuck, he's back for seconds. Where
We
the
need to
fuck
call
is
the
that
road.
music coming from?
The radio. We need to get on the road. Come on.
What's the road gonna do?
Well, we need to get to the other traps.
I need a health kit. I'm bleeding out
Bro,
my body.
I do as well. I don't have anything.
Is there any natural remedies?
I don't know.
Oh, do we have any king's foil?
What?
What? You don't get that?
Bro.
What the fuck? Oh my god. This is a government project. Shit! We're so fucked. They're gonna, no. This is a government thing. This is a Bigfoot fucking preserve. We're so fucking dead.
We're the ones being hunted.
We're so fucking dead. This is an experiment. They're training Bigfoot soldiers. They're training Bigfoot's super soldier serum and, oh god. If it's a random cryptid, it's fine, but once it gets to a government level, you know, we're just fucked. We're just fucked.
What are these codes? So we need to get into the saves.
God, I can't believe he had a fucking road sign. He smacked the shit out of me with it.
How the fuck do we get into these?
Boom. Right.
Okay, we need to follow the road north. This way.
There's two things you don't trust in life, chat. The government and quicksand.
Okay.
Those are two things you never trust in life. Boom.
This way. I think this is where one of our cameras are, and I think there might still be a trap there. I don't know.
Missing Melon is a roaming alarm clock. It's I do not. They'll get you.
Oh, it's up there. Shit. Oh wait, no, here. Oh fuck. You
Is
can
there
show
help?
this one as well.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today you're gonna Bigfoot stomp on the like button.
Fucking hell. I'm gonna go up the hill and see.
That's what that music sounds like.
Because I swear we had another. He's destroyed all the traps. How do we get new traps then?
Whoa, whoa. Oh, this isn't looking too good. Keep firing at him. Oh, my bones, my bones. I'll never get to see.
Are you dead?
Beast in human form. No, I'm like half alive.
How do we get you
What?
up?
I don't know. Maybe Mercy kill me. Mercy kill me.
No,
Oh, the pain.
I can't do that.
Oh, I don't see pearly gates. It's all just going black.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna die a virgin for no reason. Why, God? No, there's no heaven. Oh,
I don't know what to do here.
Oh no! There's no heaven. Why? I could have been banging.
How do I?
I wasted all 60 years of my life.
I genuinely.
60
I
years.
can't get you up.
60 years without the touch of a woman.
I genuinely can't get you up.
Oh, I wasted.
Okay, there's a gun here. And loads of ammo.
Mousie killed me! Oh my god, he's finished me off! You... oh, there's the ammo.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Fuck! It's over. It's over. Damn it!
Old.
Damn it! We need to think about that more.
What was my character's name? Rick? Old Rick died. 60 years he devoted his life to the church.
Holy shit.
Poor old Rick.
We got through 5 nights and we still couldn't. We got so far down. We need to think more strategically about this.
Fuck.
Oh, we were doing so good as well. This is so fun. Holy shit.
This is if we get a full squad this game.
Okay, what if we did go over a little bit to try and
What? There's no one next. There's no one next.
There's no one next. Okay.
Yeah, we're breaking the rules. Breaking the rules. Welcome back to season 6 of Loch Ness Monster.
Other maps. There's Ross Lake, there's Yellowstone, there's Winter Park, Redwood Park.
Oh, Yellowstone could be cool.
Oh shit, let's go to Yellowstone.
That's the big volcano, isn't it?
Okay, I'm gonna set it to Yellowstone create. It's not letting me.
Maybe we have to kill Bigfoot in one map to unlock the other.
Oh, maybe. Oh, it's not letting me do any. The lobby with this name already exists. Oh.
We're all... I need to think of a full name for my character. Rick Glorbinson.
Okay, Yellowstone Park. Okay. One of the one of the mods here to run ads, and I'm gonna grab. We'll take this moment for a quick break, and I'll make tea. Holy shit, this is so fun.
Boom. Password. It's just me and you, chat. Just me and you. Yellowstone, the big volcano, I mean no, but also yes. Or maybe that's what the government wants you to think. Boom. Welcome back to Paranormal or Paranoia with your host Meloncolliee and Mousie. Oh god, that's so no, I meant like boo as in the ghost. Oh no.
I do have some red wine I need to finish off. Gorga Jack, thank you so much for subscribing for 15 months. Is there a mod to run ads? Mod check?
Chat, now we're gonna take in a caller to tell your scary stories. Who's this? Hello.
Hi. My name is Amanda, and I once saw a really, really scary monster under my bed.
All right, Amanda. Did you do the monster scary noise? I'll give you an example.
No. It was more like a like that.
Well, Amanda, you sound like a freaking idiot. I'm still loading in the... I can't join the lobby. Hold on, I'll reboot the game.
It's an extra E, and then the password is the same. Yeah, I had to add an extra E.
I joined a different person's lobby. I almost lost her mind. The lobby owner's name was Samantha. I thought I joined Amanda's lobby, and I was like, holy shit, the government is real. Boom. Boom. Wait, Mousie.
I'm making tea still.
Wrong password. Extra E on what?
The lobby name.
Oh. Oh, okay, capital E. Right. I joined back into Samantha's lobby. Boom. Next week, Samantha will join us. Oh, that guy's a fucking M4. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna play as Rick again because Rick died. Unloved, alone. High explosive damage, plus 15% health. Plus reload speed. Actually, it might be the return of Rick because he just seems the most overpowered.
Yeah. Well, he's the experienced gentleman, isn't he?
Well, there's only one area where he's not experienced, and that is.
I'm gonna up our loot amount. Just because it'd be nice to actually, like, you know, do something.
Alright.
Alright, you ready?
Well, I love the way we are starting a new map, and we were like, we finally know. We finally know where everything is. Okay, let's go to Yellowstone. Okay, gamers, I have a situation for you. You're in Yellowstone Park, okay?
You're hunting Bigfoot.
You're hunting Bigfoot. Suddenly, you finally see Bigfoot, and he's drinking. He's smacking a salmon against a rock by the river. But the river opens up, and a giant UFO comes out and sucks up Bigfoot. Right? It goes lump. The aliens are like still hanging around. They're scanning Bigfoot. You have a chance. What do you do?
Chance for what?
Get your Bigfoot back. Obviously. We can begin.
Alright, let me get my, let me sip my tea and get ready to... Ask when she stops slapping a salmon!
Operation Save Bigfoot Aliens. House Sleep Private
Here we
Melon.
go.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
Surprisingly, Yellowstone is far from tame. Just a month ago, 2 volunteers from Greenpeace, Avery and Louise, were found dead in one of the clearings. They had been in the park to clean up litter and beautify the park, but something had been waiting for the woods for them. Ooh, had ended their mission early. Was it just okay?
Oh, did I skip it?
Yep.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to. Ooh.
Okay, so...
Whoa, this is so pretty. Holy...
Oh my god. Yeah, this is gorgeous.
Alright, give me the rifle.
Flare gun, got it. Signal flares, good. Traps, night vision camera.
Oh, these are the names of Avery Edwards and Lucia Admin. Operation Save Bigfoot. Were your ads ever?
No, the ads
Where
will
you're
never
at?
run, it's fine.
Pav?
Oh wow.
I got one trap.
You can look in all these drawers? Jesus. Oh, there's loads of ammo in here.
And
Should
you
I leave
shoved
this
it.
ammo here for? Because I wonder if we're overstocking on ammo.
No, I think it's good to carry around because, like, when you like the photo camera, don't you? There's a photo camera here.
Yeah, I do. I'm quite good with it. There's the tablet, traps.
I
more
get your
ammo.
pistol.
Where's my pistol?
It's in the place where it was before.
No, it wasn't.
It's right there.
This is drone battery. Oh, yeah, okay.
What?
Got it. More ammo. Got it. Is there stuff over here at all?
Oh my fucking god!
Already?
What the fuck? He spawn camping us!
What's the GPS sensor?
Oh fuck.
Damn it, I missed him.
Rotara, hello. Fuck!
Why is he already here?
Shit! We're not in previous park anymore.
Bro! Did we get meat?
Oh yeah, where the fuck? Do we not have meat this time?
Do we have to hunt for it?
Oh god, I don't want to do that.
Oh, there's a hatchet. Okay, so we can look at the map. There's a road right up next to us. I think we should follow the road and find the signs, and then... Oh my god,
Yeah.
the map is huge. Okay. Can't believe it was already on our ass! What the hell was that?
Maybe this is just bad luck. Maybe it's just the wind.
Shit.
Oh fuck, man.
What?
Alright. No, it's just the trees rustling. Right. Lead the way.
Yep. I still don't have it. I need to get a rifle.
Yeah, the rifle is good.
Okay, watch out for traps. Oh wait, there's no trees. Still.
There's no... Oh. Hey.
Can't believe that fucker was right there!
I know, he's waiting for us. Maybe... Oh, maybe he was like, It was like...
Spawn
It was like Cape Fear. He was holding on to the back of our truck as we drove from the previous camp to here.
camping. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, look over
Car.
there. Oh, it's a hot springs.
Oh, nice.
Biscuit
that's-
Basin. Whoa.
Definitely no rifle.
I think Bruce Bigfoot has a car.
Bigfoot with a driver's license. There's just rope on the ground here. That's creepy.
You got your priorities in order. Giant gorilla man chasing us. Nope, not scary. But rope on the floor. Someone could have
Tripped
tied
him.
something up here. Oh, watch out for trap.
I'm about to get my ass handed to him. Moose? Meat? Hello?
Oh my! Oh, it charges! Oh, you Jesus! It's a friendly forest creature.
No, it's not! We need meat!
Oh my God! You're shooting it with a Glock as well.
There we go.
Oh my God! Did you even get its meat?
Yeah, I did. I did actually. I'll have you know.
God, I'm gonna put a camera down.
Yeah, please do. Thanks.
That was horrendous.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Well,
Also, moose aren't friendly. They're fucking terrifying.
yeah, I saw a video of one flipping a car before. Oh. Who were the real monsters? Holy shit. That's freaking deep. Are humans the actual baddies?
What was that up ahead?
It's a bear. Okay, leave the bear alone.
I need to know. Really need to know what button's which now, because we're hitting a point where I need to hotkey stuff quickly.
You're already pro stratting?
No, it's just I want to be able to put a tracker on them.
Old Haunted Tower is this way, apparently.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get on the map at the very least.
Oh, Haunted Tower probably means a gun.
Oh yeah, there was last time. Does anyone know if stuff respawns? Like if each day stuff happened, you know?
Drone battery. I got a drone battery,
That's good.
but no gun.
The drone was actually really cool. That was neat.
Old Hunting Tower 4.
Why am I not just using my MMO mouse for stuff?
Does MMO sound for moose manslaughter?
Oh, a little bench. Oh, this is absolutely going to fuck me up.
This is honestly, this game is like pretty.
Oh! Homie.
Oh, there was a Big Mac here.
No, here, look.
Oh. I thought you were like, look, someone ate a Big Mac.
There was a player ammo there.
I was like, yes.
Oh, this seems nice.
This is nice. If there wasn't a giant creature trying to murder us,
Wouldn't it be cool if we could zipline?
Oh.
So... Yeah, okay, we need to go further down and then up again to get back into the loop. This map is crazy.
Ooh.
So this goes over to a lake. That goes up towards the loop. Do we want to look at the lake at least?
Yeah, maybe there's a Loch Ness monster. Well, it wouldn't be the Loch Ness.
Imagine.
It would be the Loch Yellowstone monster. Oh, I love the way your light reflects off the water. Why the Why does this game keep low-key blowing my mind?
Yeah, like there's been so much since I last played this. Back then I was a big baby. I'm still a big baby, but I'm more brave.
You played like 1,000 horror games since then.
Oh yeah, I've become hardened to a lot of it. It's kind of... I'm honestly quite proud of myself.
Oh.
There's a hut on the other side of the lake, but that
Whoa! There's a fucking
Bison!
rhinoceros. I mean, yeah, bison. That's what we both said at the same time. Oh, there's another bison down there. I don't see anything around here. Oh! Were we just here? Or is this a...
No, we definitely weren't here.
Lewis Lake Camp.
Gammo? Ammo.
Ammo?
Oh, a note. See the crazy old man at the Mystic Falls? I've seen him twice already. Don't tell me it's a mistake.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Good, you'll need it for alien isolation, bro.
Mystic Falls. Isn't that the name of the town in Teen Wolf? Any Teen Wolf fans know what I'm talking about?
Okay, so still no rifle. Bro? Did you hear that?
think it was the wind.
Sure, Bessie. Sure.
What is that? Oh, it's on a fucking mountain line, is it?
What the
Oh.
fuck? Where is it?
I don't know. It might be on top of this hill. I don't fuck with mountain lines.
Hold on. I need to find out what keyboard control my...
You're fixing your keyboard controls as there's something growling at us from the shrubbery.
Camera C, but like where's... N? Really? All the way over there? Okay. Oh, we're going up this way. Oh wait, no, that's where we came from.
Hold on. I'm just having a look at what this creature could be.
We need to go up this way.
I just want to have a glimpse of the creature. Oh fuck. What is that thing?
I don't know.
Where are you?
I've gone around.
What?
Get on the path and go north.
I'm in the bushes with the monster.
Bro. I'm on the other side of that rock formation.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're doing, but...
What if this is John Sasquatch's partner?
Partner?
What is it? It keeps growling at me. I don't know where it is.
Okay, hold on. I'm on my way.
This could be...
We're like wasting so much daylight on this.
But this could be the discovery of a lifetime. Oh, I think it is just a bison.
Bro.
Yeah, it's a bison. Well. Oh, they kind of make a funny noise. Okay, that is a terrifying noise.
If we hadn't... Bro!
Oh God! For once, it wasn't me.
Oh my god!
Oh.
That's so unsafe!
Oh, what's that about? Is that dead body? No, it's a log. Whoa, there's a house up ahead. Across the lake. Or the
Yeah.
river. Whoa,
There's a
there's a
bridge
whole
over
lot.
there. There's a map and everything, look. Grand Village. Oh, fuck yeah.
Shit.
Loads of shit here.
Where are all the people?
Dead, probably.
Did they get Sasquatched?
Squashed.
Oh fucking shit! Holy shit! Fuck! Just put a fucking bullet hole in the mahogany because of that creature.
Oh, that's so funny.
Man, I instinctively Camp House 2.
I still need a rifle. You check that one, I'll check over here. Good instincts, though.
Yeah,
Avery, I need a lot of ammo. We need to go to that village. This is not the village.
Oh, maybe this is Ammo Village. Oh, someone got dragged out this window.
You think?
Well, there's blood leading towards it.
Have you found a rifle yet? Oh, bro.
Hello! Hello!
Bro.
Hello! Oh. So he died and wrote hello on the wall?
Help.
Oh. Who was that?
Oh,
What was it
rifle!
doing?
Fucking finally! Oh, thank God. Gaming. Oh, there's a note? I saw a strange fish in the lake, but it doesn't seem to be real. Someone seems to be trying to play with us.
Ooh, you think there's a fucking
Bigfoot cultist
sea
or
monster?
something? Oh.
Mousie,
What?
where are you?
What?
I got a fucking baseball bat.
Yo!
I gotta kneecap this fucking giant Bigfoot man.
Yeah, kneecap him like he owes you money.
Look. Night 2. Okay, this map is super fucking cool. So how did he write help? Like,
He probably did that
Or-
first and then crawled away and got his ass kicked in again. Think about how our asses get eaten each time he finds us.
speak for yourself. He just kills me. I don't know what you're talking. Oh, shit. Man, I'd much prefer a shotgun, you know? Shotguns are just so much more badass.
Ooh, meat. Signal flare. There's a signal flare in here. Okay.
This would be kind of cool to stay at if it wasn't, like, full of... Do you want to go down to the lake?
We can do. Should we set up maybe a trap here since it's
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
location that we can come back to and check it? Here. Meat. Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna put, like, a camera in the middle of the road so we can do, like, a 360.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so the lake is this way. Maybe he's just tracking us.
Oh no, it's suddenly another trap far away. Look at the damage on the map.
Oh shit, yeah.
So Bigfoot can bleed.
So this is the lake? Look here.
There's apparently something. Whoa! What's that glowy thing? Oh,
I don't know. It looks like just light reflects.
yeah. Wait,
I'm looking
hold on.
with
Let's
night vision. Hold on.
let's move up here. 'Cause I think I see a plane or something. Oh shit! I will say the atmosphere of this game is like
So good. Ammo?
maybe we can get the hell out of here.
It's like Hatchet. Maybe it'll sink and we have to go diving for it and be faced with mortality.
Is it the moon?
Yeah, I think it's the moon. Okay, I think we go follow this. There's like a cluster of pathways up here.
Ooh, creepy trees.
Old Faithful Basin. Oh look.
Any poopers?
Nope, no poopers.
Good. Oh, that
Whoa!
boils. That's boiling.
Whoa!
Whoa.
The geysers. Okay.
Oh, I wonder if we
Find
can
us!
trick
Find
Big-
us! Find us!
What? Ow, fuck. What is...
me. Do you have a health kit?
Jesus Christ. Oops.
I have 16 health. Oh my god, thank you. Holy shit.
Shit. He did a lot of damage.
He fucked me up. I was aiming for his head. Do you think that did more damage?
Probably.
Oh my god. That was insane.
He's so stealthy.
At least I just managed to look around. Like, if I hadn't... Let's go north. Holy shit. Keeping my eyes peeled for evidence. There's a bear crossing sign. Good.
I think there's something
That's
up ahead.
interesting. Look at that. Stick a little archway thing.
Should we go have a look in it?
Bro.
What the fuck? Where are you, Bigfoot? I do not have the bullets to be dealing with Bigfoot right now.
I don't either. Let's go up. Maybe over. Keep towards the road a little bit. Zip line up here. Pathway soon. We need to find another location where there's...
Ammo, hopefully.
What kind of ammo do you use?
7 point.
Give me a second, I'll check. If you can just watch my back for a moment. Okay. Take a last stand at the zip line. There's still plenty of...
Oh, he stood in the trap, the idiot.
Okay, I have a little bit, but I think we should try and find another... Over here.
Yeah. Oh, you got 5 point.
Cleaver? Interesting, okay.
Oh, I have a baseball bat. Yeah, I could have.
Let's see, let's follow this trail. Good God. He's terrifying.
Yeah, it's weird that like he's still so recurring, but he still holds that like.
Just absolutely terrified. Oh, sign.
Old Faithful Basin, old sawmill.
Old sawmill?
Oh, should we go to the ranger's house? That's probably his.
Well,
We'll go to his ranger's house, or probably the gun in it. But sawmill probably.
I have a gun. I just...
Well, the ammo is
There's
more
some
the
of my
concern.
ammo. I turned up the loot, remember?
Alright.
Um...
I'm trying to pop that deer.
No. I'm just listening.
Sawmill.
Oh, here's a little... Hunting Tower 1.
The raccoon over there. There's a raccoon foxes.
They're probably like for meat and stuff.
It's crazy how there's just like a whole.
Let's put a camera
fucking...
up here. A camera and a trap. I'm thinking.
Alright.
I'll put a trap right here. Meat. Okay. Oh, there's a warthog. How much meat do you have?
None. No. Oh.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I got 2 more meat.
Right, where the Hot Spring Cave, Old Hunting Tower, where the fuck is it?
Raccoon. Might be up here. Oh, running water. A bridge? Wolf. Okay, it's one.
Um,
I think we've lost sight of wherever the sawmill is.
yeah. Yo, there's a lot of fucking zip lines here, though.
I wish we could use them. Shall I try and use the drone real quick and look around?
Sure. Could be here by the geyser? Maybe.
Oh wow, this place is huge. So we came from there. I'm not seeing a sawmill anywhere. In fact, I'm not seeing much of anything. Okay, where do you want to go? You want to head back? Is that it? And get to the ranger station then?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So that's just a random yell, I think. I don't think that means he's near.
Just
I
like
see
to keep
some-
my eyes peeled, you know?
Oh!
God damn it!
Oh, God!
Why?
Oh, that fucking hurts.
Moose.
Surely.
Okay.
It could be any one of us. It could be in this very room.
Because we were just here.
Mm-hmm.
So the ranger station is this way?
Oh, there's so much animals here.
That's meat.
Um,
Oh, look, look, look. Oh, please tell me you have
what does it
health.
say?
This is the old sawmill.
Stay
How did we get
alive.
turned around?
Who knows?
Oh my gosh, health. I'm gonna save it. Well, no, I'm close to death, so... Still close to death.
Nothing?
Okay, well, the health's coming back.
What does it sound?
Plane, maybe? Yeah, plane, look.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the sawmill.
Then where
We
is the
must have
BigFoot?
passed it. Oh yeah, we literally ran past the sawmill, my dude. Look, here's the sign. We're actually stupid.
We don't know. We're not Yellowstonians. We don't know where we are around here.
So true, Bessie. So true. Oh. I think he stepped in our trap at our first camera.
Hehehehe.
And our second camera. He's stepped in our third camera as well. Which is right up near us. Bro. He might be on his way.
There's a baseball bat here. You want it?
Yeah, I do.
I'll finally get more ammo. Flare gun.
There's more ammo
9
right
millimeter. Is there? Oh my god. Let's go. 39 bullets. That's all I need.
I got fireworks. First aid kit, yay!
Oh,
millimeter.
there's evidence out here.
Yeah?
There's
Bro, the thing just... Got it. Isn't this gonna attract him?
yeah, but maybe we want to do that. Maybe we can take him now. We gotta remind him that we're made in God's image, not him. Right?
So where is he then? He was just on our other cameras. And those traps are still set up, but they're all the way south. So if we keep following this...
Right.
If we keep following this down and around, we can make a loop. Oh, he's right there! He's right there! He's right there!
Get up! Oh, he's fucking running for it. Get back here, you fuck.
Do I have a picture of him? Where is he?
He's on me.
Is he fighting you?
No, he's just running. He's running like what a real monster would do.
Coward!
Running.
He's gone. That's everything for now. It's night 3 now, so he's probably gonna follow us anyway.
He's coming back!
Is he? I got him with the sensor. Tracker.
Ow! Oh god, I'm so low.
Wait, did he get the sensor out of him? The tracker?
No. I don't know. Maybe the burning got it out of him?
Oh no. Bruh. Surely he ran up this way. Oh!
BigFoot!
He should be afraid of us.
Yep.
You actually chasing him?
I don't know, I'm just running to the woods.
I feel
BigFoot?
compelled to follow you.
I'm just going where nature guides me. BigFoot! Found some deer.
Shit.
Oh, I found a... Oh, shit. Found a car that's still running. Oh, there's
God.
a shotgun ammo in there.
Oh shit, yeah.
Is that evidence? Is that
No,
BigFoot
it doesn't
evidence?
have a camera thing on it.
Oh, look at the radar!
Oh shit, yeah, okay. This way. Oh, that way, that way. Should be right on us. Where is he?
Oh my god, he's on me! Oh my god, that was like an alien! Oh.
Oh my god, he's about to fall.
After him!
Holy
BigFoot!
shit! You know what we need to do? So he
I'm
doesn't
on
attack
him.
us so much. We need to set up a trap, lure him into it, and then shoot the fuck out of him.
BigFoot! Yeah, it's...
I'm gonna take some health. Because I feel like we're about to get our asses handed to us. He's below us.
Come here, you fuck. This is how old hunter and gatherers caught anything. Humans have just broken stamina, so we just chase down the thing till it's tired.
We've lost the tracker.
No, I see him. I got a shot on him.
Bro!
I got 2 shots on him. He's down the road.
Which
Come here,
way?
Bigfoot. Should be just over here. Directly in front. Bigfoot! Bigfoot, I need you. There you are. Oh, he was peacefully eating fucking berries or something. No!
Is he healing?
Man, I'm just
We're just
constantly...
chasing him down. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is kind of dark.
Oh,
Bigfoot,
there's
come here.
fireflies.
Oh, beautiful. Bigfoot, come here. I need a new coat, Bigfoot.
Where'd he go?
He's running away and... There he is. I got another shot off on him. Bigfoot, come back here.
Now we can see him.
We can see him. Set him on fire. Now we can see him. Look, he's running away.
Look at how much health we're taking from him.
He's running away in fear. That means he's an emotionless monster that won't stop till he kills anything.
That way, this way. He ran up this way. I saw his little
Run up.
silhouette. Fuck.
Fuck, we lost him.
Fuck. How?
Trail's gone cold.
Okay, here's what we need to do. We need to set up a trapped area. We need... Let's go to one of the hunting towers, right?
Where did you go? Oh, you're just over the river.
If we go up to like the trailer, we can turn on the thing, set up some traps. Do we have any more traps? Do you have a trap?
I have one more trap.
Should we go back to the our thing?
Yeah, our caravans is bad. I need more ammo.
We set up a trap up this way. We could go see if we still have that trap.
Something in the way.
Oh yeah, this is the big town. Oh, oh. The fuck?
He's watching.
Yeah, we still have the trap. Look.
Right, fill in meat.
Okay, so let's... should we put the trap down, like, over here, or where? Where do you want to put it? Okay, we're gonna put it right here.
Then we hide in one of the cabins and we fucking blast them.
Absolutely.
Like that scene in Godfather. Wait, I
I'm
got an
watching from the
idea.
window. I closed the door, I'm watching from the window. I turned my flashlight off as well.
I'm gonna put another trap just in the street in case he like walks.
Yeah, on it. We can also get him with the drone. We can zap him with the drone.
Wait. Look at this. Look at this. See what I'm doing? Little curtain tech.
I'm getting the drone. He's nowhere to be found.
Oh, the phone's ringing in here.
Yeah, they're ringing everywhere.
I mean, he's coming.
I have no idea. It's so loud though.
Yeah.
I'm in the drone right now. I'm just watching.
Little does little Bigfoot know. Little does little Bigfoot know.
Where is
Melon.
He's got to be attracted to all this. Surely. Bigfoot. I can see you dancing. Bigfoot. Come on, buddy.
Wow, there's some lovely meat.
It's daytime. He has to come by here eventually. Oh! Maybe? That could be a good sign.
Don't fire on him till he's eating the meat. Don't fire on him till he's eating the meat.
I'm on a drone right now. I love how strategic we've become. He's coming. Oh wait, no, that's you walking around. Oh, he's here, he's here!
Ran straight by you.
Yeah, he's right there.
What is he doing? He's not going for the meat at all. Here he comes. I'm gonna try to lead him into this trap. Why does he keep running for his life? He's running again.
Where?
No.
Maybe he knows it's daytime? We gotta try and track him back, because he was just here. He did come. It was a fucking good strategy as well. Oh, I'm gonna put meat in your trap. There we go.
Alright, double meat trap? This guy can't resist.
Surely. I've broken the window.
Yeah, I've closed my curtains and I just peek my barrel out.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, no, I didn't realize you could close the curtains. This is amazing.
Come on, Bigfoot. Come on, a little present for you. Fucking 9mm of fucking lead.
I'm watching on camera.
Bigfoot. This is what humans do, chat. You find something new and immediately fucking hunt it for sport. Oh?
He's here.
Oh my god, he's touched the meat. Get him! Get him!
He's running.
Oh fuck.
Oops.
He set up my other trap, it worked!
Quick, get him!
I'm baseball batting him! Keep blasting him, I have a baseball bat! Get up!
He's almost dead! How are you alive?
I have another flare gun.
Yeah?
Get him!
He's over there. He's so close to death!
You just chased him through the ones with a fucking Glock. It's so funny.
Do we still have those traps? I think we still have the traps as well. So we can set them back up.
Alright, you go set them back up. I'm gonna just follow this trail.
He's so close to dying. I wanna kill him together.
Yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna see if I spot him. I think you're actually right. Set up the traps is a safer option.
'Cause I want to be able to have stream see it as well. Our glorious.
Yeah, I'm
Victory.
just checking if he's caught on like terrain or anything. That's what I was following. Oh, I did find a new
Okay.
ranch. I'm gonna see if there's ammo here, and then I'll head back.
The traps are set up again. We might need.
Oh,
yeah.
I got some shotgun ammo for you.
Oh, brilliant.
2574. I also got a code.
2574. You said. Noted. Aren't there safes somewhere?
Oh, I found a safe.
2574. Then, what's in it? Oh, I found more ammo.
Oh my fucking god!
No way. What?
I found a fucking M4A4.
What?
I'm gonna.
Come back, please. Come back, please.
Yeah, I'm on my way back. I have a fucking machine gun. Alright, see if you can find any. If I see any animals, I'll shoot them.
Yeah, I'm turning on.
Alright.
I'm turning on radios and everything.
Come on, little forest creatures. Oh yeah. There's a fucking bison over here.
Turning on TVs. Bro. Night 4.
Hold on, I'm getting meat. I got 2 meat. Okay, I'm heading towards you.
Yep, cool. I've turned on every fucking sound thing I could. Oh, these things have lights. Okay,
Alright.
the traps are down.
I'm putting meat in them now.
Okay.
Right. Where's the other trap?
Okay.
Here.
I've turned on
Okay.
TVs, I've turned on...
Wait, where are you?
I'm...
Look at me. This was in a safe! I have a fucking machine gun!
Yes, let's go!
Alright, now we wait.
I'm gonna watch from the camera.
Oh, I have some shotgun bolts for you if you want.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks.
Poor little Sasquatch, so alone in the woods. Don't you know Earth belongs to us now? Little Sasquatch.
Come on, surely he can't resist all this noise.
Get the meat.
We got traps.
Oh, Sasquatch. God, that's loud.
It's so loud. But if it helps attract him...
Get on that camera.
I'm still on the camera.
Strumming the guitar. Our ominous soundtrack. Come on,
Where is
Wilco.
he?
Gotta come back eventually.
He has to. There's so much noise. Come on. Bigfoot. Maybe we should put the drone down. Okay, I've charged the drone.
He's there! He's there! He's outside! He's outside. Wait for him to get in the trap.
Okay, I'm ready.
He's near the American flag. Outside. Wait, where'd he go? He was right there. He's right in the city.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
There he is, there he is.
He's on the trap! America!
Yes!
I fuck yes! I just kicked on the door, just started emptying a machine gun into him.
Same!
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh my
Look how much
God.
damage you did to him!
Holy shit! I'm a damn
What?
good shot. Holy shit!
Damn! That shotgun is OP.
I aimed for the head as well. It has a nice sight on it.
Fuck, I can't believe we did it.
We actually did it. It only took 3 hours.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, this is the runtime we're supposed to have anyways.
Yeah, this is great. What a game! Holy shit!
Holy fuck.
They've really come back and...
I love how it started off that we were afraid of him, and then we slowly...
We figured out the strat. We gotta lure him in. He should be afraid of us. So, like, we should be using those locations then more to our advantage, I think.
I think it's a new coat, yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good!
That was good. We fucked
That
him
was
up.
so much fun. We need to get the whole squad together for this.
I think, yeah, we're gonna probably increase Bigfoot's fucking, like, health or something, because if you get a whole squad in this...
Yeah.
We mowed him down.
Well, next week there's not going to be any Saturday Spookums from me, unfortunately, because I have a pole dancing thing that I'm going to attend. But the week after, I'd be down to get the squad together. Even during the week, like if you want to play this at all, because this is a lot of fun, actually.
It's
I
good.
like how big the map was, and it really forced you to think, okay, let's go exploring, let's go find stuff. Oh my gosh, it was a little bit daunting at first, but the more you go around,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Well,
Oh my god.
homie, thank you for.
No worries. That was good fun.
That was a lot of fun. Who in the Yogs is live right now? That we can send people over to.
Daltos, Boof,
Oh,
Penguin.
yeah.
Boom. Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe's in Final Fantasy Online.
She is. Hold on.
Oh.
It's always broken for me. Yeah, let's send you over to Zoe. I'm gonna start the raid. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Mousie. You can find Melon over at twitch.tv/Meloncolliee with 2 E's. Say hi to Zoe. And yeah, we'll see you around. Have a good one, homie.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye, gang. Boom.